Welcome to Biology Concepts, or Bio 100. This should be the first video that you view. I'm going to give you an introduction to the course. My name is Christina Bays. I'm the instructor. You can call me Christina, or just Bays, or Ms. Bays if you're formal like that. But I'm not quite doctor yet, so don't call me that. Okay, in this video, I'll go over some of the things that you need to know to get started. These are things like your Google account, the syllabus, some special stuff about the way I'll run the course. I'll introduce myself and give you an overview of your initial assignments. First of all, you need to have a Google account. Now, the good news is, I know that you all do because your CCC student email is a Google account. You can access this account, if you haven't done so before, through the CCC homepage by hovering over quick links at the top navigation bar, and then you click on My CCC portal. This will take you to a sign-in page. You'll use your comment ID and your password. Your comment ID is your initials, followed by a couple of additional letters and some numbers. For example, my comment ID is CDWV6, D being my maiden initial. If you prefer to use your existing professional or personal Google account, that's totally fine. You'll just have to share that with me. I myself will be using christina.bays@gmail.com instead of my CCC email. I use Drive because it has a number of benefits. First of all, users can collaborate in real time with multiple people making edits in the document simultaneously or separately, and that's particularly useful for an asynchronous online course like this one. You can also give and receive feedback either through comments or suggestions, also in real time. And I also appreciate the organization offered in Google Drive. You can create many different folders. I can store a wide variety of file types, including Google files such as Google Docs or Google Slides, as well as your standard Microsoft files like Word or PowerPoint, in addition to PDFs or images, anything. Also, Drive is cloud storage, which means that you can access it from any device with internet access. It doesn't take up room on your hard drive, and it's really useful. If you're unfamiliar with or uncomfortable using Google Drive, there is a video tutorial in Canvas through the Welcome module under Resources. It's about 20-25 minutes. You could view that and freshen up or learn how to use Google Drive. Now, you all have access to the syllabus through the Canvas course under Syllabus in the left-hand navigation bar. I will also share the syllabus through a Google Doc once I have everyone's preferred email addresses. That way, any changes I make as we fall behind the schedule or whatever, you can see those changes right away in the Google Doc. Now, I don't give a syllabus quiz or make you sign the last page of the syllabus because in my experience, those are ineffective and quite frankly childish ways of enforcing that you read the syllabus. If you're serious about your education and doing well in this course, you'll read the syllabus. It's just who you are. You'll also review the syllabus periodically because I'll be making changes to it specifically to the schedule as the need arises. I'll always notify you of any changes that I make, but it is your responsibility to read and understand the syllabus and to ask me about any points that you're uncertain of. There are some particularly important points that I want to make sure that those are clear to you. These are feedback, academic dishonesty, late work, the grading scale that I use, and your final. First of all, I suggest that you follow along on your syllabus at this point and can make notes. Okay, under course policies, classroom etiquette, which is on page 2 of the doc, notice that you're expected to give feedback to your peers and to heed feedback given to you by your peers or by me. This class is an opportunity for you to not only pick up on some factual knowledge, but also, and I believe this is more important, for you to improve your skills. To improve, you must edit your work based on constructive feedback. The more feedback, the merrier. So since I'm just one person, if you can get feedback from your classmates, you're going to be able to improve more. Now, this helps if you can assist others in giving feedback to them so that they can also improve. This also gives each of you the chance to see how other people in the class are approaching similar problems, and it's an additional, I'm going to give you as many opportunities as possible to collaborate. I think that's very important, and this is one of those opportunities. Now, it is very beneficial, both giving and receiving feedback, therefore I do expect you to participate in this, and it will factor into your grade. Now, academic dishonesty. This is plagiarism. This is taking someone else's work and claiming it as your own. It's lazy, and you don't learn anything by doing it. You'll have to turn in all your final writing assignments through Turnitin in Canvas. This screens for plagiarism. Now, I have caught students plagiarizing before. They immediately and automatically fail my course, and a note goes on their permanent CCC record. Don't plagiarize. Don't do it. As far as late work is concerned, as much as I do want to offer you every chance to succeed, and I understand that you'll have lives outside of this class, I too have a life outside of this class. Therefore, for my own sanity, I don't accept late work without an institutional excuse, period. I am trying a new grading scale. I'm trying a 4-point grading scale. This is supported by research. It's been shown to increase your intrinsic motivation. I mean, if you're typically a C student, all of a sudden a C becomes a B just on this scale. At that point, why not try for an A? And a typically A student has a little bit of breathing room. Anecdotally, this has saved my own butt in grad school. The professor used a 4-point grade scale, so when I ended up with an 88% during the final, I was able to retain my A. That being said, I will absolutely grade accordingly. I expect carefully thought out and carefully constructed work. Anything less is not deserving of an easy A. Finally, the application project. This alternative final is composed of 3 components. You will submit a proposal to me before the due date. You will have a public component, which is a video, and a content component, which is a paper. You must complete all 3 parts of the application project to pass this class. I've had to fail students in the past for not completing the final. However, none of those students were on track to receive a C or higher anyway, but you all need to be aware. A passing student has no need to fear this policy. Now, this course, onto more pleasant topics. I'm all about collaboration, like I said. Science is very, very much a social activity. Rarely anymore do you see a publication with only one author. It's many people collaborating together. And my goal is to get you all collaborating as much as possible. That doesn't mean I expect any of you to make groundbreaking discoveries, but it means I want to immerse you in the practices of science as much as possible, so that you understand the path that's taken towards scientific discovery and scientific understanding. This includes all of you working and communicating with each other as much as you can, sharing your ideas, and offering feedback. Group work is an enormous challenge in an asynchronous class, I understand, but I'll do everything that I can to support you because I think that it is important. A large part of collaboration is discourse or discussion. I'll use these terms interchangeably. They mean the same thing. All of you have unique experiences and knowledge, and I very, very much want you to share these experiences with the class. We learn through sharing and examining our beliefs and critiquing those ideas. Some of these ideas will change through examination, and that process leads us to a more complete understanding of the world. It's how you grow. So I encourage you to share your thoughts, even if you're afraid that they might sound stupid or mundane, because I promise you, you're not the only person thinking it. You'll often hear me repeat the phrase, we critique ideas, but never people. By arguing for and against our ideas and each other's ideas, we all arrive at a better explanation of a topic or a phenomenon. But by doing it respectfully, we don't attack people themselves. We all have an equal stake in this class, and each of your ideas is equally valid until group examination and critique finds a better one. If I may be blunt, you may have a stupid idea, because we all do sometimes, but it does not make you stupid. Try to remember that. For this group critique to work, of course, you need to dare to disagree. This has to be a respectful disagreement for it to work. There's a great TED Talk about this topic. I put the link to it in the week 1 page under the introduction module, or the welcome module is what I called it. I highly recommend it. Okay, a little bit about myself. I'm currently located in Austin, Texas, but I am from Flagstaff. I have a master's degree in science teaching, and I'm currently working on my PhD in science education. My content area is biology, which means that in addition to taking teaching and learning classes, I also take graduate level biology courses, so I do know my stuff. I also have 2 daughters and 3 horses, and they're my stress relievers, but they're still in Arizona, so bear with me as I try to get through this. We'll get through it together, okay? From this course, what I hope to do is to gain some experience teaching online courses. This is the first time I'm trying to teach online, so there will be a learning curve. And I also hope to learn more about each of you, the learners, my students, because that's why I teach. So I want to get to know you guys and how you learn and see you guys grow. I want to know more about you. For the first discussion, please make a similar video to the one that I just did, introducing yourself to the class. Use these prompts, but please don't include any confidential information. If you have something personal that you need to share with me, please do it through an email. You'll upload your video to Canvas in the introductions discussion board. There are links to Canvas guides for how to do this, how to upload a video right into the rich text editor, which is the box that you type into in a discussion board. These guides can be found in the welcome module under resources. Once you've done this, I'll also ask you to complete the learner info form for me to gather more information about you, but this will be sent to you. You'll see it. This first week is a busy one. The first thing I suggest you do is go and upload that introductory video to the introductions discussion board. After that, please complete the learner info form. This is a Google form, which means you need to be signed in to a Google account to complete it. I want you to be signed into whichever preferred email account that you want to use for the rest of the semester. This is how I'm going to collect your preferred email accounts. I don't mind at all if you use your CCC student email, but if you need to set up a new one, now's the time to do so. After that, go and complete the Canvas orientation module, which is under modules, and it will help you navigate Canvas. It culminates in your first graded quiz as well. After that, read chapter 1. If you don't have your textbook yet, you need to make sure you get it soon. The first 2 chapters are posted in Canvas. Chapter 1 is in the welcome module, and chapter 2 is in module 1. After you read the chapter, you need to write your annotated bibliography. There are more details about this assignment in the welcome module. Once you've read the chapter and written about it, you are ready to view the lecture 1 video lecture. After that, do the quiz, and then you can do discussion 1. Now, this first discussion, your first graded discussion, is about the relationship between vaccines and autism. You'll need to post at least twice for each discussion to receive full credit. Once by the Wednesday of the appropriate week, and another by Sunday of that appropriate week. For example, this week, post your initial thoughts and ideas after you've read the necessary research paper, which will be in lecture 1. You'll share your initial thoughts and ideas about any link between vaccines and autism by Wednesday, August 30th by 11:59 p.m. is the cutoff. And then you need to respond to at least one other student's post by Sunday, September 3rd, also at 11:59 p.m. Week 2 will then begin on Monday, September 4th, which happens to be Labor Day, but we'll keep going. There will always be a rubric posted with the discussions, and it is a general rubric. It'll be the same each time, so you'll always know what's expected of you. If you have any difficulty with any of this that we've gone over, please shoot me an email and we'll get something figured out. And welcome to Bio 100.